Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm going to give you some tips for dorm defense. Alright, let's say that a zombie apocalypse does break out onto your campus. The smartest place to go is probably going to be your dorm. You're going to want to avoid most places that have high populations, like any type of student union, most of the food places, some of the larger classroom areas. So probably the best place to go is going to be your dorm because you're going to have supplies and clothes and a lot of access to resources that you're probably going to need. Most dorms on college campuses have multiple floors, and they also have swipe cards to be able to get in. So most of them are rather secure. The good thing about that is that zombies will not be able to get into your dorm, especially your buildings, because they won't have the ability to use the swipe cards. Also, people who might, consider raiding the dorm won't be able to get in because there's going to be swipe cards for access as well that you should make sure you have. First thing to do is try to come up to the highest floor that you possibly can. If your dorm room is on the lower floors, that's fine. There are ways that you can be able to guard against windows and things like that. But the best thing to do is try to get to one of the higher up rooms, maybe knock on a friend's door, or, bust into a room and be prepared for if there's zombies behind that door. But for the most part, you're going to want to get as high as possible so you're off the ground. So let's come inside and we'll figure out how you can defend your room. The good thing about these dorm doors is that most of them are really strong. These are going to be really hard to get through, obviously for safety purposes. So, there's two barriers now between the zombies outside and you here in your dorm. So you've got the swipe access card, and now you're going to be able to have these strong doors here. The first thing you're going to want to do is move things in front of the door so that way you can prevent it from being pushed inside. Also, before you lock yourself in your room, it's really important that you go ahead and try to scavenge as much stuff from the surrounding area as possible. For example, you know that vending machine in your dorm living area that's constantly been stealing your change throughout the entire semester? Well, now's your time to get revenge. Go ahead and bust up that vending machine and grab as many drinks as you possibly can because you don't want to be stuck in your boarded up room without any food. So, next, we're going to find different ways to fortify things. So, let's say that you do not have a dorm that's higher up and you've got one on the first floor. Well, you don't want zombies or people trying to bust through your windows. So the first thing that you can do is you can actually, a lot of these dorm beds have ways to adjust them. You can actually take this apart. As you see here, there are little notches here. You can go ahead and take it apart, and this thing provides an actual barrier. It's got wooden things, and a lot of these bedposts are going to have this. This is great material to go ahead and put up against your windows. All you got to do is find ways to position it and tack it onto here, and then therefore it provides an extra barrier for people to come in. Another interesting thing that you can do if you're afraid of losing weapons, having lack of access to weapons, is you can take down things like these bars in these closets. This definitely seems pretty sturdy, but it's only put together by wood. So you'd be able to find ways to take this apart and then use this as either a bludgeoning weapon or even attach something sharp in the end and use it as a stabbing weapon. So right now you've got some defense tips, you've got some boarding supplies, and the other thing you're going to have to worry about is food. You really want to have a lot of non-perishable foods. I mean, the average college student has got a lot of them already, but you're going to want to make sure to have even more. Try to grab as many as you can on the way to your dorm, because most college dorms do have generators, so you will have electricity for a little while. That's another perk of being on a college campus for an event such as this. So you're going to have running generators for a little while, but we don't know how long they're going to last on their backup generators. So you're going to want to eat as many food as possible that are inside the refrigerators, and then you're going to want to stick to non-perishable foods. So be sure to stock up on this, not only before you hear any reports about any breakouts, and also on your way back. Just think food and supplies. And go ahead and get into your dorm and board those doors and get ready to survive a zombie attack on campus.